What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to change gears a little bit and break down what do you do after you sleep with a girl to keep her around. I think most guys, when they meet a hot girl who they have a good time with, they really get along with her, they're not going to want it to be just a one-time thing. Most likely, they're going to either make her their booty call or their girlfriend, depending on what they're looking for. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly how you do this and just what are all the things that you need to do to retain a girl. So I'm going to break this whole thing down to 7 simple, easy rules. Rule 1, give her the ultimate sexual experience. This is especially important if you want this to be more of a casual, booty call type of relationship, because a girl is a lot less likely to give up her Friday night plans, get pretty, drive across town for a guy that she's not dating if you can't even make her come. Please don't be that guy who doesn't eat pussy or who only fucks her in 1 or 2 positions before he busts a nut. No. You want to be so fucking good that when she's at the office on Monday, she physically can't stop thinking about the night you guys had together and can't stop herself from getting wet. That's how good it should be. Make her come, make her squirt, figure out her deepest and darkest sexual desires and help her experience them. This is so important that in the product, we literally have a whole chapter dedicated just to stepping up your sex game. Another big thing I recommend is that you check out a book called The Sex God Method by Daniel Rose. That one was personally a big game changer for me. And one last bonus tip. Get this thing called the Hitachi Magic Wand. I know some guys are a little iffy when it comes to sex toys, but trust me, that thing can make a night and day difference to the sexual experience you give a woman. Every single person, man and woman, who I've recommended the Hitachi to, who wound up getting it, wound up thanking me profusely afterwards. Rule number 2, cuddle. This may sound a little bit like common sense, but if you bounce out right after you bang a girl, she's not likely to think, yeah, this guy must really, really like me, and I like him, so I hope he texts me tomorrow. No, she's gonna think, okay, it was a one-night stand, that's cool, it is what it is. So when you hit her up the next day and you say, hey, want to come over for a bottle of wine in my romantic patio, she's gonna think, oh, it was a one-night stand, why is this guy giving me mixed signals? So if you hook up with a girl that you like, really, what you need to do afterwards is hang out with her. Cuddle, shoot the shit, share some stories. Typically, I'll hook up with her numerous times throughout the night to give her an even better sexual experience. And a big thing I noticed also is that if a girl winds up sleeping over my place that night, then my retention rate is going to be noticeably higher. Rule number 3, send the after sex text. This is going to be basically, hey, I had fun last night, or some variation of that. Now, you don't have to say that directly, but you do want to communicate that point across. And typically, I will try to send this text within an hour or 2 of the girl leaving. If it's really late that night, then maybe I'll send it, when I wake up the next morning. But basically, I want to get this text in before she can prematurely conclude in her mind, hey, this guy only wanted me for a one-night stand, so I better one-night stand him before he can do it to me. So let me walk you guys through a few examples of such texts. So this was a girl who I met back when I lived in LA, and I may or may not have spanked her a little bit. And then, so the next day I text her, how are the booty hickeys coming along? And she sends me a very lovely picture. So then I say, then she says, very colorful. And then a few hours later, she says, I want round 2. I say, me too, tomorrow evening. I think that works. And then she winds up coming over. Another example was a girl who I also might have spanked. And then this one, she texted me first. And she says, you left your mark on me. I say, haha, you liked it. She says, I loved it. Then a little bit of banter. And she also winds up coming over the following day. And then example number 3. So this one I texted first. I reinitiated. I said, last night was, and then 2 fire emojis. So this is a common go-to text that I will use. And then she didn't text me back. Now, typically I won't, double text within, 6 hours like I did here, but I knew she was leaving town, so I had nothing to lose. So I say, still leaving tomorrow? She says, yeah. And then I say, I was hoping to keep you as my little sex slave. And then she doesn't text me back. Again, I double text really fast here just because, I didn't really have much time. And then I say, you free tonight? Yes, later, I think. And then we wind up making plans and she comes over her last night in town. So here are basically 3 examples of what it is exactly that I say, after I sleep with a girl who I want to see again. And this leads me straight to rule number 4, which is get the second session in ASAP. Ideally within a few days, but if that's not possible due to your guys' schedules, then just try to hang out with her within a week. But basically, it's going to be a lot easier for you to make plans while you're still fresh on her mind, before she has time to emotionally cool off. Also, as you saw my screenshots earlier, I keep things very simple. There's no need to try to woo her or win her over. Just assume that she already likes you. A little bit of flirting, a little bit of callback humor, and just invite her over. Simple as that. Then when she comes over, again, you want to follow rules 1 through 3 and give her that ultimate sexual experience and just make sure she has an all-around great time with you. Rule number 5, maintain a consistent frame. So this means that if you're trying to keep things casual and just looking for a booty call, then don't invite the girl to expensive Italian dinners or try to take her on fancy dates, because it's ultimately going to confuse the shit out of her, and a month from now you're going to be on the plane with fire forms saying, hey Alex, what went wrong here? I was just trying to keep things very casual. Now this chick thinks I'm trying to marry her. So yeah, you just want to be very consistent. Also, some common sense applies here. Just because you're trying to keep things casual doesn't mean that you can't open up to a girl or ever, leave the house with her. Just more or less try to be consistent with what you want. Rule number 6, hang out with her on a regular basis. So an important thing to keep in mind is that feelings aren't set in stone. They kind of wax and wane. And the more time you guys spend apart, generally the more they will recede. This is why most long distance relationships don't work. So if you're trying to keep things casual, 1 or 2 times a week is good. If 1 week you can't hang out with her all, or you see her 3 times, don't freak the fuck out. This is just more of a general guideline. But what you don't want to do is take several months off and assume that she's going to be waiting around for you because she liked you back then, so she must like you now. And then when you do hit her up, get the old, oh, I actually have a boyfriend now message. Rule number 7, don't become needy. This is almost always a death sentence because you got the girl by being a cool, awesome, chill guy. And if you go from that to being a needy chode, she's going to think, why did I even get with this guy to begin with? It's going to be a massive turnoff for her. Don't be that guy that's demanding to know what she's doing, that blows her phone up when she's not hitting you back. Girls will show me screenshots of guys doing that to them, and it's really fucking cringe. Like, they completely lose respect for dudes who become needy and who just can't fucking be able to chill out and be like, yeah, whatever, I have my own life. So don't be that guy. It's going to almost always wind up losing you the girl. And that's it. It's really as simple as that. There's no magic here. If you just follow these 7 rules, you're going to be surprised how much more likely you're going to be to see the girl for round 2, round 3, round 4, round 10. And that point's really up to you, whether you want her to be your booty call, your girlfriend, or what kind of relationship you want to have. Maybe something in between. Hopefully you guys found this video valuable. And of course, the most important thing when it comes to this whole thing is smashing that like button, hitting the subscribe button, clicking the bell for notifications. That really makes a huge difference in how likely you are to see your girl again. And also make sure you check out forums at forums.playingfire.com for a rapidly growing community where you can get all your questions answered by me and other guys who know what the fuck they're talking about. Thank you for watching, and until next time.